getting offers for 50-50, and I low-key felt betrayed. I said, I'm doing everything right. I'm exactly what you asked for. And
Men, we're here to just pay attention. Subscribe, let's talk about it.
Why being dumb and hot is the best thing you can ever do as a woman, part 2. If you're a man, do yourself a favor and just don't even watch. You're not gonna like it, but you will love the results, so send it to a friend, but skip it yourself. But first off, you want to be dumb and hot not because you're trying to gain male validation, but because you're trying to have a better life experience. Because I don't know about you, but I was watching the girls that seemingly had no substance getting on these yachts, getting things paid for, getting designer bags and jewelry, getting married. I'm over here working hard, trying to better myself, trying to be the most perfect woman I could ever be, dressing really elegant, getting nothing, getting offers for 50-50, and I low-key felt betrayed. I said, I'm doing everything right. I'm exactly what you asked for. And that's when I realized my whole good girl act was very performative. And actually, I needed to start being a little bit more of a cunt, a bitch. I was so worried about how I presented myself because I didn't want it to impact my career, when really, bitch, I didn't want to have a career. I wanted this shit for free. For a woman who owns her own business or does anything even remotely cool, like travels a lot because you paid for it yourself, you're going to be making 99% of men feel this way. And you might say, well, I don't need to prove anything to a man, like I don't need to change myself. Yeah, but your life experience is probably sucking. Like, you're over here not getting free shit, not getting men to plan dates, going 50-50, like driving your man around, giving him money. That's crazy. It's because on a very subconscious level, men don't even know this happens. When they see you as intelligent and capable because you're bragging about it or you just present as such, they put you in a masculine category. It's not igniting their masculine protector providership. So when you get in trouble, even if they respect you or like you, instead of helping you, they go, oh, you got this. They give you a pat on the back. They give you words of affirmation. What men need to stay motivated. They say, good job. They say, when you're working hard, they go, oh, good job. That's good. I said, no mas. They say, what do you do for work? I go, unemployed. Yeah, I'm just figuring it out. I just want to be a wife. Yeah, I just want a man to take care of me. I just want to take care of my man. That's it. That's really what I want to do. And listen, it doesn't matter if that man is your husband or not, because you're gonna then trigger within him something called masculinity, and you know what? That protector provider is going to come right out, and you're going to be the princess of the moment. You are going to light something in him that makes him feel special, that makes him feel wanted and needed. It doesn't matter who he is, okay? Get in the habit of doing it. You will see how the world changes. 10 out of 10 life experience.
So the dangerous thing about that there is some truth to that, but one of the first things you just easily highlight, when you compare your lifestyle to that of women that get it fast, the women in the yachts, the women in Dubai, when you don't see the other side of that, you don't see the tail end of that, making it seem as because they're on the yachts, because they get the bags, because they get married, that's the questionable part. If you have any experience, if you ever talk to anyone, especially from the male side, that has that experience of being the owner of the yacht or the one that leased or rented the thing and being showered with women around there, not any one of those are you looking for your wife. None of those. That's not the key. That's all for fun. That's all for in the moment. That's all for rarity. That is for the hedonistic dream that you had when you were a little kid. That is for the Hugh Hefner sort of ideal. That's not who you marry. You can't take someone like that to meet the rest of your crew, the people on your level, and they're like, oh yeah, no, I had her on my yacht too, because that's not just unlimited women. Those are the travel in the same circles. They have the same connections. You trying to look and be envious of people's exterior, what they project forward, what they put on Instagram, what they put on social media, is what's really going to be part of the issue. Now, some of the stuff you're saying, yeah, you want to say, yeah, I want to take care of my man. Being unemployed doesn't make you more attractive, especially, again, going for the actual men that know what they want, have the ability to do these things. You being unemployed is not sometimes just like a thumbs up. You're coming in like as a liability, as a pretty liability, but we're looking at it like that. One of the issues with this whole statement is that you think masculinity, just like femininity, is a switch, that it's either there or it's off. You have to go and activate the thing. No, it's people are either more masculine or they're more feminine. That's it. You can't take some man that has never really exhibited masculine traits and suddenly put a woman in front of him and think, oh, now he's a man. Now all these things activate. No, this is something that you have to, you nourish, you feed, and you sit there and say, okay, this is who I am. So wherever you are, that's how you show up. It's not something that you can suddenly switch on. And women think this often, that I can suddenly switch on this femininity and now I'm going to get the thing I want. If you're now unclear about what you want, because you adopted someone else's idea, you wanted to be a boss babe, you wanted to sit here and live your life in this sort of manner, then the reason that doesn't activate a man's masculinity, or why masculine men see you and give you words of affirmation, pats on the back, is because you probably led with that. That's part of your personality. When you tell men of how successful you are, how you get it done, how you make these decisions, how you don't take shit from X, Y, and Z, that's why you find yourself in a position where men say, cool, great, glad for you. But no one protects something that is purporting to be strong already. The issue here is you're not being honest about what you want. That's it. If you want to be the boss babe, then cool, live your life according to that. But what I see with a lot of women, especially as they get older, they end up realizing what they wanted was never what they've been working towards. If you want to be a stay-at-home wife, if you want things paid for you, if you want a life of leisure, then you had to be working towards that very early on. You try to make this pivot like it's just a career. You're an older woman, try to make this pivot into a younger woman's game. The criteria is the youth. The criteria is youth. Trying to turn around and make it seem as if it was just that simple. Yes, will you get better results by actually being feminine? Yes. Will those last if you're not actually more feminine? No. Right. That's the whole process of dating, to figure out exactly who you are. If this is not who you are, like she said in the beginning, it comes off course as very performative. Saying you're going to start out the whole entire relationship by telling a man a lie. No, I don't have a job, right? I just want to take care of you. No, I want you to pay for my stuff. I want a life of luxury. I want a life of ease, but I haven't really worked towards that. So I'll start off absolutely lying to you. And if that is fair game, is it also fair if he lies to you about how much money he has? Is it fair if all those pictures you see on Instagram where he can put you on the yacht, is it fair that all those are doctored? Is it fair that all these are borrowed money, or this is a slice of life, this is a moment in time? Is that fair? But listen, this is guys, right? Remember, we're just here to pay attention. We're here to take notes. We're here to see, okay, if this is the new strategy, what do we need to be doing? That's all we're here for. If you disagree, you have something to add, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on the screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to my voice now, if you have not subscribed, I think you should. I'm just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.